Welcome to Labcheck Online. Thank you for joining us today for our enhanced user training. In today's three-part training, you'll learn how to manage equipment, how to track trends using compare graphs and trend graphs, and how to use filters and report distributions. If you have not already done so, we recommend that you visit our Labcheck Resource Center to access our training videos, including our standard user training video, which shows you how to get started with the Labcheck Online system. With Labcheck Online, you have complete control over your equipment. To get started, click on the Equipment tab at the top of your screen. This takes us to the equipment hierarchy, where we can easily review or modify our equipment. On the left side of the screen, you have your equipment hierarchy. On the right side of the screen, you have your details. Where you click on the left determines what is displayed on the right. Based on your data access, you may need to expand the folders to view the worksite level. To expand down to the worksite level, simply click on the name or text of the yellow folders. Folders represent areas or regions, while blue icons represent a sampling worksite. By clicking on the sampling worksite, this expands down to the unit level. You will now also notice the details pane on the right-hand side will display account information. On the right side of the screen, we are given three tabs that list customer details, unit list, and account summary. On the left, you can select on a unit, which will once again update the details page on the right. This view allows you to modify a unit and update component information. You can also select on the component level. The component level allows you to view the complete sample history table, component details, or maintenance event history. Maintenance events appear on our trend graphs. When we click Add, we see the option to choose either mobile or industrial. Let us explain the difference between mobile and industrial equipment settings. Mobile means make and model are required. Based on what you've selected, component profiles are preloaded based on an equipment type. This is great for customers with fleets of mobile equipment. Industrial, however, means the make and model is not required. Here you can free type and add components individually. Great for industrial equipment users. If you do not see one of these settings but would like access to it, please contact your site administrator or your Labcheck support desk. If you are using mobile equipment, select the Mobile button. First, start by entering your make and model. Then, make a selection from the list populated below. Please note to be as detailed as possible when making a selection. If for some reason you do not see your make and model in the drop-down list, simply select Look Up Models. If your make and model is not listed in the database, please use the Request New Make and Model button. Fill in the unit ID, as well as the optional fields including serial numbers and age of units. Select the checkboxes for the components that you would like added to your unit. To modify a component, click on the link. From here, you can update component information such as oil type or sample frequency. To finish adding this unit, fill out the remainder of the fields, then click Done, and then click Save. To add an industrial unit, select Industrial. As you can see, the Make and Model button is now optional. Again, we'll fill in the unit ID and other fields as necessary. Now here is where we get to enjoy the flexibility of the industrial settings. From here, you can click on the plus sign. Select a type from the drop-down menu. The description is the part that is visible when viewing Labcheck Online. There are also a number of optional fields including position, oil type information, and sample frequency. When searching for a lube type, search for the lube manufacturer, brand, and grade. If you do not see the lube type, you can choose Enter New Lube Type to have that new lube type added into the system. Again, fill out the rest of the fields, then click Done, and select Save. If we see a piece of equipment listed twice, so it's been duplicated, we can now drag and drop the equipment together. We will receive a message that says, "Are you sure you'd like to merge this unit?" By selecting Yes means now the components, along with the entire sample histories, have been combined. You can also move units or components between work sites. Simply drag and drop the unit, and now we'll see a message that says, "Are you sure you'd like to move this unit?" Select yes, and now we'll see the unit in its new location. Under the equipment tree, you can also modify equipment, either under Unit List or under Component List. Simply select the equipment you wish to update, then select Modify. Labcheck offers a variety of powerful graphing tools to help you track your trends. The Trend Graph feature allows you to create a customized graph for an individual component. To create a trend graph, first select a date range at the top left, and on the right, select a graph type from our predefined drop-down menu. To customize your graph, choose Elements to add, or you can save these custom graph types by clicking the Save As button in the bottom right-hand corner. Compare graphs let you compare units of the same make and model, or against other makes and models, depending on your data access. To begin, select a unit with a make and model you wish to graph. Next, select on the Compare Graph button. Again, we're going to select a date range as well as our parameters. First, we'll select on an individual unit. This displays the specific results for this single unit. When we select on the make and model, it will show the average values across an entire population of that make and model. We can also set other makes and models to compare them against one another. We can select here on the top right to add or remove the grid lines. We can click on the orange box to copy the graph to a clipboard. Then we can add or remove a data table to the bottom of our graph. On the right, we can choose our graph settings. Here you can choose whether or not to show your custom limits and maintenance events. You can also choose to update your y-axis. The logarithmic data scaling will change the y-axis view by a factor of 10. Use this if you have results that lie far outside the rest of your data. You can also normalize the data scale to determine wear rates. Simply type in your hourly interval as your multiplier. Now that we've shown you how to modify your equipment, we'll show you how to create filters and report distributions. At the top of our screen, click on Preferences, then Filters, then select New Filter. Filters are saved searches that we can use when searching for samples, creating labels, or for report distributions. We'll name this filter Engine Samples. See or worse. We can also choose Share in the Hierarchy if we want other users who view this site to be able to view this filter as well. For every filter that we create, we'll select a property, a type, and a value. These are fully customizable. The first condition we'll add will be component. We'll choose equals, then type engine. Then we'll choose a severity and only choose C and D. Lastly, we'll choose customer list to select the work sites that this filter applies to. As you can see, there are a large number of conditions we can choose from when creating our customized filters. Once we save the filter, it is now listed on the left side of the screen. Now it's time to create report distributions using the filters we just created. First, we can click Reports, then Management Reports. There are 7 management reports to choose from, giving you information including equipment lists, samples due, as well as sample turnaround. These management reports can be generated manually, or we can set up automated report distributions. By default, remember, all Labcheck Online users receive their samples once they're completed. First, click on Report Distributions under Reports. We choose Routine Analysis if we want standard official PDF reports emailed to us. Or we'll choose the Condition Analysis Management Report. For Filter, we'll choose the filter we just created a moment ago. If you want this report to have an ending date, simply choose an expiration date. Under Frequency, we'll choose by day of the week or by day of the month. For this report distribution, we'll choose day of the month. Now we go into our address book. Here, we can type in names manually or select names listed in our address book. These are people who will be receiving the automated report distributions. Labcheck Online will automatically email these reports as a PDF attachment to the recipients below. Thank you for viewing our enhanced user training. If you have questions, please feel free to reach out to us by email at labchecksupport@analystinc.com or by phone at 866-522-2432.